Thank you for joining us on Business Now. I am Samuel Okata. Nigeria's gross domestic product growth fell to 3.10% in 2022 from 3.40% in 2021, according to new GDP result from the National Bureau of Statistics. The NBC stated that the growth in the agriculture and industry sector of the economy reduced in 2022, while the performance of the service sector improved in the year that is being reported. In the fourth quarter of 2022, GDP grew by 3.5% year-on-year in real terms. This growth was driven by the services sector, which recorded a growth of 5.69% and contributed 56.27% to aggregate GDP. In its Nigeria Gross Domestic Product Report, fourth quarter 2022, the NBS said Nigeria's GDP grew by 3.5% year-on-year in real terms in the fourth quarter of 2022, following a growth of 2.2% in the third quarter of 2022 and 3.98% in the fourth quarter of 2021. According to National Statistic Body, the agricultural sector grew only 2.05% in the period under review because of flooding experienced across the country. The Naira on Wednesday depreciated further against the dollar at the parallel sector of the foreign exchange, forex market. Bureau de Change operators in Lagos set the Naira exchanged at 766 Naira to the dollar at the street market. The figure signifies a 10 Naira or 1.3% slip compared to 756 Naira it traded 3 weeks ago, further widening the gap between parallel and official rates. The street traders put the buying price of the dollar at 758 Naira and the selling price at 766 Naira, leaving 8 Naira profit margin. Some of the traders attributed the depreciation of the Naira against the greenback to increased demand by customers amid low supplies of dollars. The Securities and Exchange Commission has expressed its readiness to collaborate with the National Pension Commission to develop the commodities ecosystem. In a statement issued on Wednesday, the Director General SEC, Mr. Lamido Yuguda, stated this when the Commission, along with the Lagos Figures and Commodities Exchange, held a meeting with PENCON in Abuja. Yuguda, who was represented by the Executive Commissioner, Corporate Services, SEC, Mr. Ibrahim Boyi, stated that the Commission was passionate about the commodities sector. It had enormous benefit for the economy of the nation. The Managing Director, LFCE, Mr. Akin Akeredoluwale, said commodities exchanges were interested in exploring avenues for investing pension funds in the capital market. Responding, the Commissioner Technical PENCON, Mr. Anyim Nyeriri, said the pension laws were not static but dynamic, adding that the Commission expected a comprehensive request to enable it expedite action on the matter. He expressed the desire of PENCON to work with relevant agencies to boost the economy and assured the SEC that PENCON would work within available laws to support the commodities trading ecosystem. The Association of Corporate Affairs Managers of Banks, the umbrella body of corporate and marketing communication professionals working in Nigeria's banking sector, has debunked the message purporting that the Central Bank of Nigeria is shutting down banking services for 5 days for Saturday's presidential polls. Specifically, the report claimed that the banks would shut down between February 23rd and 27th. In a statement issued by the ACAM on Wednesday and signed by its president, Rashid Bolariwa, the body described the report as fake news. ACAM assured customers that banks had put adequate measures in place to ensure depositors continue to access money in accounts during this period. It assured that customers would wish to carry out transfers or use electronic banking services will have unhindered access to their services before, during, and after the elections. More deposit bank customers have continued to lament the hardship they are going through in accessing cash at their respective banks. IBrandTV Igboje Pori reports that some of the commercial banks visited on the island were crowded. Some bank customers, while expressing their displeasure, said it is biting hard on them.
The situation you can see is terrible, very terrible. We've been here since morning, since around 7. So it's now they are just, they're giving the teller to us. I don't think so.
It's not going to affect the election. Everything is working out perfectly.
You don't have money to eat, nothing. We queue since 8 o'clock. We did not see any money. Please help us beg government to help us. We are dying.
The federal government has commenced the construction of a 2x30 40 MVA 123 33 kVA electricity substation with 6 feeders and stated that the project would help grow the country's power transmission capacity to 25,000 megawatts. Nigeria's power transmission capacity currently hovers around 7,500 megawatts and 8,000 megawatts, though electricity generation on the national grid has been fluctuating between 4,000 megawatts and 5,000 megawatts for several years. Electricity produced by generation companies is transmitted to distribution companies by the federal government-owned transmission company of Nigeria. The government's new transmission project is being constructed to boost the evacuation capacity of TCN. The Minister of State for Power, Godi Jedi Agba, flagged off the construction of the transmission substation with 6 feeders at Idipep, Ibiono local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Jidi Agba, in a statement issued in Abuja on Wednesday, said the project will be completed in 18 months, starting from the date it was approved by President Muhammadu Buhari. On his part, the Akwa Ibom State Governor Emmanuel Udam, who was represented by the Commissioner of Power and Petroleum, James Itim, thanked the federal government for the project and promised to support the initiative. The federal government on Wednesday announced the preferred bidder for the concession of the 700-megawatt Zungeri hydroelectric power plant for a fee of $7,251 per year for a period of 30 years. It named the preferred bidder as Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited and also announced the approval of the merger of Igbem Power Plant with EPCO Energy Resources Nigerian Limited. The government disclosed this in a statement issued in Abuja by the Head Public Communication Bureau of Public Enterprises, Ibe Chidi. The 700-megawatt capacity Zungeri hydroelectric power plant in is Nigeria's second-largest hydroelectricity power station behind the Kenji hydroelectric power plant, which has capacity of 760 megawatts. Energy generated from the plant is to be evacuated via the 135 kV line to Kenji Dam and a double secure 330 kV line to connect to the line between Shiroro and Jeba dams, as the power will subsequently be integrated into the national electricity grid. The NCP, chaired by the Vice President Professor Yomi Osibajo, gave the approval for the concession of the plant at its second meeting for the year 2023, which was held on February 21st, 2023 at the Presidential Villa in Abuja.